Imagine a world without Roblox, a platform that has connected millions of players and creators worldwide. Yet that reality could have been inevitable if not for one man who laid the foundation for it all. Erik Cassel, the man who spent a decade quietly crafting the framework of the platform we know today. This is the story of Erik Cassel, from his humble beginnings with Roblox to his heartbreaking passing from cancer and the legacy he left behind. To truly understand Erik Cassel's journey, we need to go back to the 1980s when he began his studies at Cornell University in New York. After graduating in 1989, Erik crossed paths with David Baszucki, also known as Builderman. At the time, David was the founder of Knowledge Revolution, a company that developed educational software to teach students the principles of physics. Recognizing the company's potential, Erik flew out for an interview with David. During that meeting, Erik showcased a piece of software he had developed during his time at Cornell, leaving a lasting impression. David saw Erik's brilliance and hired him as the vice president of engineering at Knowledge Revolution. Knowledge Revolution was later purchased by MSC Software for $19 million. This money would change their lives and would lay the foundation for something far bigger than either of them could have imagined. Erik Cassel and David Baszucki shared a vision to create a new game. They wanted to build a platform where players of all ages could build, share, and play together. Their idea was revolutionary at the time. In early 2000s, Erik and David took their first steps to turn this vision into reality. They started the project in a small office located in Menlo Park, California. It was here, surrounded by ideas and ambition, that the foundation of Roblox was laid. The project was initially called Dynablox, a prototype that would evolve into something far greater. Dynablox was later changed to Roblox in 2005, combining the words robots and blocks. Erik and David wanted to give players something unique, a sandbox where creativity could thrive, allowing anyone to become a game developer. Erik's vision was clear: empower players to create and they will bring the platform to life. While David was highly skilled in programming, he often expressed that Erik was a real genius behind laying Roblox's foundation.
So Erik introduced me as a great programmer, but actually the super great programmer at Roblox, I think every Roblox employee here today will acknowledge it, the super programmer at Roblox is Erik Cassel. So, awesome.
Back then, David and Erik operated as a two-man team. Their days were filled with codings in the morning and answering questions on the forums at night. They handled every aspect of Roblox during those days. At that time, the game could only host about 10 players, which allowed David and Erik to build a close relationship with a small but passionate community. Eventually, in June 2006, they hired their first employee, Matt Dusek, who served at Roblox from 2006 to 2019. He had developed early communication features, including the entire friend system and private messaging. Just a month later, they brought on the second employee, John Shedletsky, who had served at Roblox from 2006 to 2014. John played a key role in developing fundamental features of the platform, such as 3D graphics, character animation, and much more. Over the course of 2 years, what had started as a small project from just a small office in Menlo Park, California, had grown significantly. As the years went by, Roblox experienced exponential growth. The team moved to a new office, and by then, Roblox had grown to dozens of employees. Fast forward to 2010, the platform had amassed nearly 6 million registered users, and some games were achieving millions of visits. However, along with this growth, Erik would receive news that would change his life forever. Erik Cassel would receive the heartbreaking diagnosis of brain cancer, a highly aggressive form of cancer with a survival rate of only 1 to 3 years. Despite this enormous physical and emotional challenges, Erik refused to let his diagnosis define him. He continued to pour his heart and soul into Roblox, working tirelessly as if nothing had changed. Erik, determined to safeguard Roblox's future, took it upon himself to teach the engineers everything he knew, sharing his deep understanding of the platform's core. His goal was to ensure that Roblox would continue to thrive when he had gone. David Baszucki offered him as much time as he needed to focus on his health, but Erik, ever dedicated and selfless, chose to keep pushing forward. He declined David's offer, committing instead to Roblox's growth and building its foundation for years to come.
I'm really excited to see what kind of things our users are going to come up with. There's lots of really interesting gameplay that you could imagine putting together by combining new features like water and existing features like physics. And I can't wait for it to be released. We have a lot of work to do, but it'll be great. Thank you.
Unfortunately, on February 11, 2013, Erik Cassel lost the battle to cancer and passed away.
He had a cancer that was basically not curable. He knew he had, between 1 and 3 years, I think, at the time. I forget exactly. It's just like, oh my goodness. So what was interesting with Erik was in the midst of that, he took a few weeks off and with his family, but then didn't change anything. It was almost a testament to what we were doing together was his optimal lifestyle, which made me really open my eyes a bit. So Erik kept working for quite a while. We all knew he was battling cancer. I tried to make it very easy. You know, hey, Erik, if you want to chill out, we got this. He's like, no. Like I'm enjoying this. But it was a little scary. I'm very, so thankful for Erik because he was almost a template for our values. He really helped me in my understanding of what great technical talent looks like, just working so closely with him and solving problems from a vision standpoint rather than a tactical standpoint was absolutely amazing. And in a way, there is also a motivation to me in that after Erik had passed, maybe in addition to other things that would motivate me, I had a huge motivation to want to make Roblox true to his vision almost, but it was very powerful.
The following day, David put out a blog post honoring him, stating, "All of us will miss Erik deeply. He will always be a role model to me, and to all who worked with him. We celebrate the time we have been able to spend with him. Erik was extremely talented, but I always think of him as the nicest guy I've ever met." On February 12, 2013, hundreds of users gathered on Erik's memorial to mourn his death. Many of these people dressed up as Erik Cassel's character to pay tribute to him. On February 15, 2013, Roblox created a classic shirt named Official Erik Shirt in memory of him. The shirt went off sale 8 days later. Erik's 2 children are still active on Roblox to this day, and they made a memorial place where anyone can visit to pay their respects. To honor Erik, Roblox staff chose to keep the administrative badge on his account as a gesture of contribution to the platform.
If he was here today, what do you think he would think of the Roblox that Roblox has become?
Wow, I think he'd be proud. It's a good question.
Yeah.
Like, I think he would, his both of his sons have worked at the company a bit. So yeah, I think.
Erik Cassel may no longer be with us, but his legacy lives on the platform he helped create. For many, he will always be remembered with the wise words,
"Erik is my hero."